Hello and welcome. Right, wait, I'm going to soldier on a little bit. I've completely changed my models this morning, and it's also another editor version from Giants. And I always find was stupid in so much as I should never ever have gone for a brand new thing. I should know better than it. I'm in IT. I should know you never go for the brand new update straight away because it always causes issues. And lo and behold, it has. Yeah, so I obviously unwittingly I've got these. These are my new textures and it is a hexagon, which you don't get anyone's ever done, but it is the most economical shape. A circle is the sphere is, but only for loose products, which is why it makes perfect for a silo. So I'm sorry to go into teaching mode. Yeah, it's I'm just explaining why I've gone for this particular model. I thought it was important. So yeah, I've gone for the hex. It's not got any normal, so it looks flat at the minute. But obviously the texture is called quality, although the wood is not as good as I'd hoped. Yeah, but it still looks really quite spiffing. Only it's very flat, the image, which I will amend. But for now, I was just wanting to get them in. But I had issues, and in fact, I can show you one of the issues I've actually got. It's really bizarre. I've been in and out of the i3Ds because it's like losing bits of itself. And I've seen this before with others. Now I've left some of them. So that I've left the production silos and some of the buying stations but most things I've changed, and some of them have lost the cone that was like the roof, which you just saw on the Bionic. So I'm leaving it for now, but yeah, it does look a bit odd. But they say the production silos, everything works. It's just the model. It's just what it looks like that isn't really working right. Everything else is actually spot on. So yeah, I've also found out when I was doing this model, because the one thing I did change was actually that one, the carbon silo. If we go and see this too has, oh no, this one I did leave the same, but I did find out I did change one of them, this type, for the new one, and it's about where it's located. This weird thing is nothing to do with, it's because it's not in the center of the i3D. It's actually really on the edge, and it doesn't like it, and it's that does this strange thing with, and I don't know that it actually works right. So I can stick it in the center, so I will do. Now I know that it is that, and it's not me going mad. It's not an issue with scale or anything like that. Sorry to get technical. Yeah, it's mega boring modeling stuff, but to me it's interesting, and some people might be a little bit interested. I'm a bit of a gusher, where I gush over things, and I shouldn't. I should know better really than to, gush like I do. But so you get excited about and yeah, I sort of think everyone else, but everyone else is not necessarily interested, which is why, of course, the channel numbers don't really rise much, because you guys and gals put up with me, but not everybody can. It's definitely true. So massive shout out for you for putting up with me. Yeah, so I've done quite a lot. Not all models are right, as in they're not, but I have actually been in Blender, and I've got lots of shapes that I can bring. It's still got that water on the field. Wow, it's still got this. This is still an issue with the game. Yeah, right. I've not started anyone's engines at all. Yeah, so my bad. Well, actually, we have got a worker working though. We did have a worker working. He's now finished. Right, so then what are we actually doing? So we've done 2 fields of corn. No, it has. It's finished. Sorry, no, we haven't. We have gone. Didn't we go oats? Yeah, we oats in this one, corn in that one, and what were we gonna do? I think we'd said that we'd got more than enough of our, yeah, more than enough of the rice. Yeah, I will spit my words out. Yeah, I'm absolutely. I know I always say I'm tired, and it is true. I do sort of tend to be tired a lot of the time. I do sometimes wonder if I've got something, as in because I do feel unnecessary. But then also I know that my kidneys are not actually at their best either, which that is your energy level. So really, I do think I know what it's all about. But it's just one of those things. I've just got to put up with it, really. So let's set this going. Are we gonna? No, we're not gonna do this. We're gonna have a bit of a wander around. Yeah, I'm on. Oh, no, it's not. It's just moving. Yeah, I'm on 3 Marias again. That really, it is sort of finished, but I'd like to take this through and do a few more sessions to do it proud. I'd like to do this as a full Let's Play, so I'm not actually necessarily doing the catching up stage. I might just leave this hanging so that we can pick it up So this is finished. Now then, did we... Yeah, I would imagine with that being like that, it's going to need precision farming, like fertilizer, and it's not going to be... yeah, it's not going to be... So, yeah, it's awful. I think we knew this. We'd got to do a massive... yeah, the pH is terrible on every single field. And... Oh, nitrogen's... good. It will be good on that. Is fairly good. We knew about this, but we did try to fix it and it wasn't fixable. So looks like let's do the fertilizing first. And I think our... Yeah, it's going to have to be the very tractor we're in. It's going to have to be that tractor. And we haven't got any cash to do anything else, so we've got to manage with what we've got. It really is as simple as that. Yeah, so it's tough. We've got what we've got. I'm glad we've got the shed down, though. That is nice. Do we need September? I'm getting confused already. Already I'm confused about the time. So September, actually, this is it February or March? It's when I would know it. I would say this is March. So this would mean April the grass should be ready to cut, if I'm not cracking up entirely, which one does wonder at times. Right, so... Yeah, I think that is second, so it should be third. Obviously, third. I don't know how to say some enough things at times. So obviously, it's going to be third growth stage in the morning, unless the world changes or ends, or something like as a new order. Now, I've got plenty of the honey, so really, this should truthfully really sort out everything. There's a lot of reallys in there, definitely. So was there anything we needed to do? Yeah, I think it was the corn whiskey, wasn't it? And the vintage. That's right. Although that was off. And the sake. And now everything's back to the price it should be now. Although the corn whiskey, for some reason, even though the price is identical to sake, is showing a slightly different. So really, before we do anything else, this is what we want to be doing. Now, have we got... I think we have got a flatbed, haven't we? We could actually use you as well. Yeah, because there's no point in anybody other than me doing the... Let's put this away. Let's lift it. It's lost me. Oh, no, it's not. I'm sort of getting confused because I've got that many models of this type going. This is the original model where it's, yeah, not quite right. Stick that down there. It's quite a lot of wind of the blowy type from outside in the world. That is not the other kind. No. Definitely none of that. Yeah, so I do apologise. I shall take note of this model. I have literally been through them all about 3 times. So this is, yeah, this is really, it needs lifting. Oh, well, we have got the other one. We have, so let's grab that one. And we do really need that box back again. So otherwise we are going to... Mind you, no, we didn't want to do this yet, did we? We're selling produce, and then we might actually be able to afford... more things, really. Have we bought my flatbed? I think we have. I'm sure we have. Did we leave it near the sell point at the beginning? Oh, that's doing a good job of the... there's a point. Where is our sell? It's there. Yeah. That's the sell point. So where did we stick our, like, flatbed? I'm sure we bought it. Sure we did. It's another one of those. Wait, I could have sworn we'd actually took things to market, but it might have done it loose, I suppose. Okay, well, that's a bit confusing. In that case, yeah, I don't want to be like, yeah, I'm trying to get the most out of the Let's Play. So we will ask the store to deliver, even though it's, yeah, well, it is a Pharaoh trek. That's it. I don't want to, like, waste, when I say waste, use half of the session to go down to the shop. So we will buy that. Indeed, yes. And we will then immediately reset it. Let's grab that. In fact, let's stick the tractor on this. I'm going to, like, do the liming, but do we do that as a separate session and entire? Because really this is the culmination. I mean, the other thing is we might well treat ourselves to something like a breadle, but it makes a bit of sense when you've got an absolute shed load of stuff to do, it really makes sense that you'd get something like the Red Dog, because there's an awful lot for us to do. So we need, it's mainly the whiskey, isn't it? So we want to barley whiskey, spawn, and corn whiskey, spawn, and spawn, and spawn, and the sake also spawn. So yeah, we should now see some action on the, yeah, it's all popping. Let's grab this and let's use our new, this beautiful telehandler. Now, ooh, okay, tank is empty. So that's, ooh, halfway through. Not bad, not bad at all. So it's only the fertilizer. So yeah, I did expect that, to be honest. It's, where did we stick the, it's a bit of a pea super, isn't it? Yeah, it really is. I do like it though, I've got to be honest. It does add another, I mean, it's not necessarily the best when you're creating content, but if you're aiming for realism, you can't really moan too loudly about realism when it strikes, just because, like, you create content. It's true. Oh, that is really terrible. I do wish they'd fix that. Something's forever broken. Yeah, now I'm on Cavalier Roy's map, Maypole Farm, and on that, the manure doesn't keep disappearing, but he is a bit of a genius with his... So it wouldn't surprise me if he's not done a trick or two to make that work, including, yeah, like I have, using an internal with a model of an external. I wonder if he's done something like that. Right, so we want solid fertilizer 2, and we also want the front. Now, that's not showing the solid fertilizer in the back. It didn't actually show the... Yeah, if you look in the back, it didn't show the Y. Now, why not? This is a Giants model. Yeah, I mean, as in that bit is. So why is that not showing when... Yeah, that is a bit bizarre. There are a lot of strange things going on again. I always find this major updates, it really unsettles the game. New editor 2 always unsettles the game. We've got, like, both. This update... I mean, this water... job has been like this now for a couple of weeks, so I've got used to it on quite a few little mini runs. I say it's at least maybe even 3 weeks that it's been like that, so it's not particularly good really, but then we've sort of put up with it for 7 months now. I mean, you know, it's obviously terrible of us to expect that a game would actually work. If you detect a tad of sarcasm, you may well be correct. Yeah, now then, I would imagine it was this way, but I have no idea. Yeah, yes, because there's a bit of like where it ran out and it went dry, and then obviously it stopped. So it's just... Farmer Good is like leading the charge now. Right now then, let's see if we can. So I think we're probably going to be all right now. I know we could have used a rabbit really, but we never thought about that. Animals, did we feed the animals? That's before we like get to... What, you're not doing badly. Manure, and we did the buffalo milk, so we must have done this. Yeah, TMR's quite good. Manure. We haven't done anything with the manure on this particular one, have we, really? Right, so then let's get this loaded and take it to our... I keep wanting to say self-sufficiency, our self-marketing. Yeah. Yeah, now they will not all be the same model, but I thought because I'd had such a major amount, just get it right first, then like worry about doing different textures for different models, which is, I've got all the textures ready to pop, but I thought no, just like get it right first, because it's like, it's just causing major issues at the minute. So ooh, vintage corn whiskey, that's worth, like, it's all worth quite a bit, but that's especially worth quite a bit. Oh. Right, I'm going to go into a time lapse, because even though these are 5,000 litre, I just don't think it's... No, I don't think there's that many. Not really. Let's just have a look. I don't think there are, so let's just stick it away. I'm loving this telehandler, the Red Rock. Yeah, I mean, the fast farming... I mean, one of my favourite trailers, the Red Rock trailer, and now... Course. Does anybody see the error of my ways? What did I do wrong? you know, sometimes. You couldn't write it, could you? You really couldn't. Yeah, of all the places to put your trailer, it had to be literally on the actual place where you put them back in. I thought I misjudged that completely. Or there's a bit more of a collision than you think. I like just on the edge a little bit more. Right, so I think we should be alright at that. I'm hoping. Because I don't want to be like, putting them in, taking them out, putting them in. That's definitely not a good place to be. Right, so then, let's try this again, shall we? Yeah, so I'm very much liking the modelling. I've got some really beautiful textures. That's just one of the dry stone wall textures that I've got. I've got some Derbyshire Peak District dry stone walling and all manner of dry stone for the bottom bits. Also, I'm obviously in time going to do... well, it's not flat, I'll be careful, because otherwise you're going to like lose that in there again. You don't want that. Yeah, so you will see different textures, but for now I'm just trying to get it working, because it's like, you know, major... what? That was me. I think we ought to shift the harvester, because I'm like going to butt heads with it, and it is bigger than me, so... yeah, I really don't want to be like damaging. In fact, let's just stick this away. Yeah, this likewise, I did, as you can see, I did sort of get my texturing right. It's not like out of, it's, yeah, fairly decent on, so I will be doing this again, so I've got the textures right. Not as it is at present, where it's like totally wrong, totally blown out of all proportion. But again, I bet this is my first attempt really at this type of blendering, where I'm getting, it was quite difficult for me to master. I was quite pleased when I did it. And again, when I say master, I've done it successfully. I'm not saying I've mastered it in so much as like, yeah, I've learned everything there is to write. A Blender, you could never say that. There's always things you can do on Blender to like learn more and do more than, yeah, like previously. So I think we're going to need, because of Saki, there is a lot, even though I said like we should be able to manage it, there is a lot of like, even at 5,000 litres a pop, there is definitely quite a bit to grab out. So yeah, now for these types, there's so far these are not a bad effort to do the 5,000 litre things. Almost all things, the only thing I've come a cropper on is the straw boards so far, which I think they really would not be. They'd be a bit like the boards that Giants have done in the wood sort of section, you know, like literally boards, and that's going to take some doing. So I'm not sure if I'm going to cheat for a bit and actually just do the boxes for a while until I think that would take quite a long time. I suppose I could actually use the boards though, because it's similar and I could change the colour. No, there's an idea, Mr. Smith. It is amazing, I've got to be honest. There's so many times when I'm chatting to yourselves, I like have these eureka moments from, that's actually not a bad idea. So we will do this, and we will change the colours so that it really does look like straw and not actual wood. But yeah, that's what we're going to do. I can put slightly different textures on it. So you see, that didn't take too long. Is that everything? I'd have thought so, really, because I mean it's expensive stuff, this whiskey. If you imagine how many like bottles we've got in these boxes at 5,000 litres a box, it would be rather a lot, I would say. So I would say if we look at this now, oh, we've got some pig food as well. But yeah, you see, it didn't take very long at all. Corn. We need to grab some more corn in. Yeah, let's actually completely do this, and let's go and sell. We need to shift the honey as well, which obviously we've only put the new ones down this very morning, which is why we're absolutely skint. But of course we are about to sell pretty much an awful lot of our produce. I can't remember, did we actually upgrade to the super? Oh, I think we did the super. Yeah, we did. Yeah. And also the other thing is, I've been saying for ages that I don't think I'll ever need anything more than a bionic dairy. Well, I have like on Cavalier Oils on Maypole, we need more than a bionic. It's like really backing up with how much milk. In fact, I would imagine if we've got a really huge herd of 500 cows, that you'd probably need whatever would be after a super. But for now, a super will have to do. I'm just going to swap it next time. All my life. Wow, look at the 39,000 environmental score rewards. Just the reward. And that is all right as well. The prices are now right. The Saki is not priced the same price as the really expensive vintage whiskey. No, I've changed it so that it's not like that anymore because it's not fair. We would have earned an awful lot more if that had been the case. So then, with that in mind, now then, we will have the store to deliver though. Now we're going to have to use the rabber really, because although there is not a limit on the size of the breadall per se, it is sort of, it's a fairly hefty beast, I always find. So luckily nothing's actually grown yet, so it's so much for like getting rid of that. So let's grab the breadall. In fact, let's have a look at the fertilizer spreaders. Is there anything else that you can think of besides the breadall that is like... I used this before in... What about the Colossus? Ooh, I never thought about that. 42 meter spread. 10,000. Can we have like slightly more before it goes silly? Or does it go from 10,000 to... Yeah, it goes silly straight away, doesn't it? Oh, 40,000. Unrealistic a little. I don't like 20,000 litres. Now that's not too far. Whether it says it's, oh no, it just says 2 times. It doesn't say unrealistic. And I would say that probably is not too terrible. So wheels, we're going to go narrows anyway. If we're going to do this, I know you probably would never pull that on the field, but with now precision farming, I think we will go breadall red as well. Although there isn't really a breadall red, is there really? It's probably... Yeah, I would say it's probably closer to... Maybe hardy? Not quite. I think it's more messy. Similar. Frame. Okay, well that's definitely different. I'm not sure whether anyone will like that. Design colour. Red. Say an orange is not a bad idea. Creamy orange. Oh, it's gold. Well, I'm not sure that the cover goes with that. So let's actually change the cover because that really does look a little bit odd. I think a fiery orange, then it looks like fire in total, sort of like thing-ish. What about the wheel? The inner rim? No, that's the bronzy stuff. Outer rim, I think we'll do a nice... Can we just do a normal chrome? Just chrome? Not any other kind of chrome? Yes, we can. Fantastic. Excellent. Wow, there's a lot of things on this, isn't there, really? So we're going to buy this. And it is how much? Oh, 21,100. Absolutely amazing. Yes. Fantastic. So the first time I've actually used that. We do need a biggie. I must design a biggie one myself as well, because there are times like this. I mean, I'm trying to use the Fencer GTA and the Fendt Xylon a lot, and I've got a lot of boxers, so I suppose we could have actually, but then again, that's an awful lot more than 20,000. So yeah, really, we've got the tractors, haven't we? We could have afforded it, but I don't want every Let's Play to always have the Xylon and that type of stuff. So, wow. So although it's got 42 meter spread, it's not really, doesn't look like it has. Fantastic. Is the PTO not connecting? Well, it's a relatively new mod, isn't it? Let's be honest. So it does look like a unique thing, though. It does look like Riley S. I always forget the names. I'm terrible. I do get it right sometimes. No, we don't. We want lime. Yeah, and we're gonna cover on, and let's get cracking. Right, so I'm gonna say my words. I'm gonna see you guys and gals on the other side. Well, that's the strangest colour that I've ever seen. It really makes no sense to me. That pH should be green. Optimal value is 7, isn't it? So why is it like doing it auto but taking it to 8.25 by the look of that? It's all in the blue. It's alkali sort of in the blue, isn't it? Acid in the red, alkali in the blue, perfect is in the green. So I've no idea why it's done that, and yet it says it's auto and it's perfect. So very, very strange. We'll keep this just for liming, and boy did it do a good job. That is a cracking bit of kit. Really is amazing. Yeah, I definitely have that again. It could be though. I was thinking it's not using lime at the same rate as mine. I thought, yeah, but at the most you're only ever used to having like 4,600 if you've got like another box. And I thought that's 4 times the amount. So is it, or is it that it's like an illusion because it's like 4 times the amount to actually do? So I think personally it probably could be doing it. Could be that. So let's rescue our. Yeah, so we do need to stick some more corn in, because I do believe, or have we? Is that all of our corn gone? 16,666 we have got left, so not a lot, not really. Wood chips, we missed it, didn't we, in July? Anything else to sell? We're not selling the long grain rice. We have not got enough of that, obviously. Buffalo milk is in the white, so we wait until that's done, but we have done everything to do, including feeding our eyes, and we are up to £394, Mr. Smith. That's probably because you were on Maypole last. So is it? I think it would be Australian dollars. Australian? South American? Yeah, I don't know if there is such a thing. Yeah, our bank works in dollars. Let's just put it that way, shall we? Yeah, so we will go through till. It's ever so strange when you get used to. So we're going to go through to October morning, which is really April. which is a bit of a weird one. So let's just have a quick look and just make sure that we have done everything. Oh, no. We did say, didn't we? We needed to fertilise that one. Very glad we looked. Yeah, sometimes you like... Right, so let's also unfold that one. I didn't use very much at all that time, but it did do a cracking job of the entire farm in not too long a time. It does go to show, really, 9 metre. There's a 12 metre monopile now as well. It's just been released, and obviously got no additional tanks, and it is really gangly. But if you start to put additional tanks on this, does get heavy. So I think, yeah, its strength is its lightness, really, rather than like heavy tanks like this. I think this is only just there. If you did this as a 12 metre, it would be quite a big thing to grab, really. It does look strange, doesn't it? Yes, looks like the collisions are wrong on that. I must have another look at it. It looks like the collisions are stretched. So we were... Ooh. It says to Rex's equipment. It's going to be tight, that is. This really wants to be... it is not a bad shape, actually. There's a run-through section in the middle as well, probably. That's not a bad idea. No, we need fertiliser, so really, it's not a bad idea to keep that on. And we'll do the last field, field 1, with my own fertiliser spreader. Yeah, that is very nice, though. I do like that. I know we were going to use mine as the line, but I thought it's just not really... Oh, it's not right, is it? It's been bashed, and it's now gone in, so we need to borrow the telehandler. Yeah, it's easily... Let's just grab that other one and correct it, actually. It's... Now then, how are we going to do... Ooh, it really has got collisions all in like weird places. Now that might actually work, although it's going to flip. It might actually, hopefully, not flip too terribly. But yeah, it would be nice to actually get this one so it was actually working. Oh yeah, so the collisions are sort of like... And they're not in the model itself. Obviously, this is a Giants model. I've only imported... I don't think I altered the scale, so I don't know why it's like misbehaving. Oh. So it won't... We do need to flip it over then. How can we do this? Can we flip that the complete opposite way? I'm never good in these situations, so I'm thinking things through. I usually just like go for it and then like, oh no, I needed to do that another way. So if we... No, it's not going to work. Yeah, it's not going to work. All my life. It has got monstrous collisions. It really has. Yeah, I don't know, understand why. I thought I'd actually got rid of the original set of collisions off this that were mine. But there's certainly some nasty collisions somewhere. Yeah, I mean, that's dragging on the ground like that. That's a collision. And I don't understand why it's like that. So I need to have a look at this, because this is silly. Right, okay, we're going to have to... I know it's got a bit of fertiliser in it, but just let's grab the other one, and that one's defeated us again, basically. So let's just... I think we'll reset it. Let's just stick it on the grass there. I am sick to death of seeing it. I don't care if we lose a bit of... Now we've got to get the right one as well. I think it's that one. Yeah, I think so. I think we've got it right. Yes, we have. Fantastic. Right, so then let's go into the final time lapse. I know, obviously, I always find episodes like this, although a tad boring, you're sort of doing all of the jobs, and so sometimes it just takes one session. Now, I know, obviously, there's things like rolling, and we haven't got the stones. Certain times, especially on a short run, I really don't mind if I do that. Now, have we got any bits and bobs of fertiliser lying around? Don't think so. Right, anyway, let's get... no, I don't think we need to go into a time lapse for this. I don't think it's going to take too long to actually do this fit, even though we're only a 27 metre spread. Yeah, it'd be nice. I don't want the whole session to be pretty much time-lapsing, really. Now, this makes more sense in the colours, but the liming certainly didn't make any sense at all, really. That was very, very strange. So our last field, I would imagine, I'm trying to think if we'd noted, did we? I think we ploughed most things. So we shouldn't get weed, but I mean, it doesn't always listen to you, and sometimes it goes wrong anyway, but yeah. So this particular Let's Play, I might put on hold, because I have, I asked Marty a long time ago, right at the beginning of the game, about him choosing a map, and he's come back and said he'd like to see it on me on Maypod. He'd like to see me shake it up a little bit, or it's not always start from scratch, which I've got to be honest, I haven't always done that. And recently I've done quite a few new farm starts, but I have on Maypole for the second time only done a farm manager start. Yeah, because Marty said he'd like to see that, and I've got to be honest, it felt a bit more. It felt a bit more like, I mean, because it's so easy to spend $1 million in FS25, so it didn't really feel that terrible. It really felt very much like a start from scratch, only with a bit more money, really. And we bought a farm, not the farm, and so we've got a farm straight away, like you would have if you was a new farmer start, but we started a different way, so it feels really sort of quite good. So whilst, obviously, I've got another Let's Play all of a sudden, I've got Lady Hill that is quite a way through. I don't really want to cut that short, so I might do the same to Lady Hill. I might go on Maypole, do Maypole, and then go back to Lady Hill, and do at least another year. I mean, we have done quite a bit, and it has flowed very nicely. We've got a lot of big fields, but I think I'd really like to do another year on Lady Hill, so I'm gonna. We'll see, I might be able to juggle it, but it's with the modding as well. It's not so easy to like do all of that and sort of keep your modding, and I am enjoying the modding, and I am sort of. It's holding me back doing the editing to put it back for Giants, because I'm spending a lot of time on, and some of it's by choice. You don't always feel like doing the bigger things, so sometimes you think, I can tweak models now, but I can't really like do the editing side of stuff for Giants, so it's. Yeah, there was a whole week where I really didn't feel up to modding of any standard. It just felt really flat and bad, and I managed my content, but I couldn't really manage anything else. I didn't feel emotionally or mentally ready, or yeah, I just didn't feel it for the modding, and I really am enjoying it. So I just felt flat and sort of empty sort of things. So I thought, well, yeah, we all get this sometimes. Just leave it. Just go with what you sort of feel you can do. And I did a bit of tweaking, but I've not done any new major projects. But I mean, I have now. I mean, yeah, the silo is a bit of a but it's one of those things that was more of a labour of love, because a comment that Giants made a couple of times about our models, and I thought, well, do you know something? Going forwards, it's not going to be your models, it's going to be mine, because yeah, I'm getting to that stage now where I just don't want any little jibes that are right like that, you know, like saying, oi, these are all ours in the first place. Well, they're not now. Yeah, I'm literally now going to do my own. This is all my own work, everything on it, it's all been blended. It's the shapes, based upon the shape, obviously, of the Razak, we all can see that, but that's on purpose. I could have completely, the amount of hours I've spent on this model, doing things, tweaking things, it's not the same, but it is very similar. The cone's not the same, but I like the idea of the cone, so it is, yeah, it is like the Razak, but it's not the Razak. The spreader is my own work, yeah, the disc, it's a, is it this time? No, I did it in a different way. I'd learnt a few tricks. Now, this actually is the original spinner. When I first did it the first time round, I lost the spinner, as in, like, I could not get it. I couldn't, like, do it. But I have, obviously, as you do when you, like, do any sort of thing, the more you do something, the better you get at it. And you learn little tricks. And when I approach this again, the fertilizer spreader, I'd like thought, I'm going to do it like this. So I did it a completely different way, and I took each individual component into the into Blender rather than did it as a whole, because I made it really hard for myself the first time by like having to destroy it and put it into parts. Well, this time I took it as individual parts. I didn't need to do any of that destructive editing to like try to separate things. I just did it as a separate, each thing as a separate part, and that made it an awful lot easier. So I could literally get the spinner back and do that. So really this time, it really is the original spinner, but it does look nice. I've done it obviously copper, because there's a lot of the modelling that's mine. Obviously the stippling on that, the textures I've used, they're all... I've tried to stay basic because Giants do prefer you to in a way, but I've also made the colour and the texture completely different. It's nothing like the Razek. Yeah, it's got the water layer on it now, as I sort of showed the other day. I literally washed it, and it did have... Now the silver's a bit of a strange one. It doesn't always show... It doesn't show water. Now I thought it was me, and I thought, oh, you didn't put an extra layer on for the water. I did actually, and I did on that. You can't always see it on silver. I was looking at Giant's own trailer, and I thought, I can't see any water on the outside. And that's true, I couldn't, because it wasn't there. Yeah. Right, so back. Now, yeah, we're going to have to leave quite a bit of space for this, because it really is a bit... Yeah, it's got a lot of collisions. I will have a look at this. I would like to get that sorted. We could put that next to the other one, because we are wasting a lot of space. I do like this, the individual base. Also, it's got like a pass-through section as well that you can use. So we really could have done this the other way, but it doesn't matter. Right, so let's look again. I'm so glad. It has been a habit of mine for a long time to actually do that, to look though like that. So I'm glad. Have we still got the mover? I'm sure I saw it, and I'm sure we leased it, didn't we? We didn't buy it. I'm sure we didn't. I'm sure it was on a lease. Yeah, because I thought, well, we've already bought the... yeah, I thought so. So, return, yes. Yeah, that's it. Nothing else is leased. Everything else is bought. Now then, honey. Do we need to stick some honey? We are, yeah, we're out of honey. So let's just quickly... grab the honey. Last job of the... yeah, I'm not going to go through, though. We're going to... Or do we? Yeah, we will. It's just nice to get out the month, I always think. The next session, we need to cut the grass. And we will see a bit of growth. And we may see some weeds. That was the other thing I just wanted to see. Am I right? Is there any weeds? Or I can't remember if we no-tilled or if we ploughed everything. I think we ploughed everything. Sure we did, but I'm not sure. So... yeah, this really is the shortcoming on this at the minute, because we haven't got enough honey, and I'm not sure with a super that no matter how much honey you do, that you're actually going to have enough. Yeah, there's a lot. It needs an awful lot of feeding, that beast. It's very, very hungry. So, I'm not sure. Now that's weird, because the other day... it was like grabbing things without... even when it was strapped, which was a bit odd. So yeah, with 3635, corn is going down. We've got 16,000 litres of corn somewhere. It could be the field. Yeah, the G field silo, because I can't call it grass. It's true. Now, I think we told the... I have actually renamed most of these as well. They are pretty much... proper corn and proper, like, yeah, not dry. I think I missed one, if I remember rightly. There's one still named wrong. Yeah, why have I got hay twice? No idea. No, it is grass. Yeah, I've changed it to grass. Corn is corn instead of maize. Now it is in that one. So let's actually stick that on distribute and see if we go for an hour. No, we'll just go through the night. Yeah, and we could really do with that actually going. That's why I thought, let's go to 11 o'clock and see if that goes across. If not, we're going to go grab it ourselves. Yeah, I don't want it like not to go across. So did it go across? Is the corn still in there? No, a little. So I think it did. Wow. Excellent. It... Oh. Okay, well... Please don't tell me it's gone to the cow barn silo that never accepts anything. Rice fields, pea silo. Seriously, why have you put the corn in there? Seriously. Oh, well, some went across, so we're going to go through till tomorrow. And, yeah. So, oh, we've got some more, a little bit. I mean, that is amazing, because we've just grabbed all of that, and that's just... So I would say by the morning, I'm quite intrigued to see how much I don't think I've ever had so many bees as we've got on this. I can't believe it. Yeah, you've got to try sometimes. I'm terrible at humour, but even I couldn't avoid that one. All right, let's have a look. Yeah, I'm intrigued. We're not going to do anything, but yeah, I just would like, oh, okay. Well, that's a bit, oh. All right, it takes a bit of time for it to actually come across then. It's not a matter of, like, it's not done it, it's just transporting it slowly. Right, okay. So up to 402,767. Ooh, we have got some more. This beast has done some more sake. Wow. No, that's right. Yeah, well, I did say this. My aim is for a super to do 10,000 litres is what I sort of hoped that they would do. So it's obviously it's not enough corn to keep it busy. Oh, that's still going nicely. Excellent. Now then, the one thing I'd like to see is, are our fields, have we any weeds? So let's have a look. It's all growing. It's all nice and green. That is ready to harvest, which we knew it was. So we've got everything growing. What about weeds? No, we did actually plough it. I thought we did. That's why I've got stones everywhere. Now we know it needs rolling. Yeah, we do know this, but we've not had a roll. And again, it's one of those things, although we could have set it. Now let's have a look at the sales. And oh, I love the International. Oh, isn't it typical? But it is another tractor, and it is I do like this. I actually got this on another Let's Play. So, do we actually go? It's just standard. It is. It's not the it's not a special one. So, but that we're going to buy. And I don't like the sleeper. I like the short. This is what I don't like. I like the short. There's not many maps I think where you can have the long one really, and especially in an English one. We don't want any of that. We don't want the additional lights. Yeah, we will actually. No, I like the red and black. The black, as it calls it. I like the silver rims. I think that's it. I don't think there is an option for the... It's quite a weak lorry. I mean, relatively, but I actually like it a lot. It's still got heart. It's just not... Yeah, mine's got an attacher on the back, but it doesn't actually do anything. So, yeah, we're definitely going to buy that. Yes. Thank goodness. And we are going to buy that too. Yeah, we're going to go massively, hugely horse-powered. It's 3 point. Now, it's not. I think this one is another one that even if you do narrows, I've got this on another Let's Play, and it doesn't accept the narrows and narrows, if you know what I mean. Oh, it has got the case front loader attacher actually already for 0. So yeah, we will buy that. We do really need bigger ones, but yeah, there's nothing really, I don't think, on that we could sort of really sell to make any cash. We've gone loose, so we will stick to the loose because we have actually got the thing in the middle. So the one thing we're going to do right now is, in fact, actually, yeah, we could use the Rabba. We're going to set the Rabba going, and then next session, I'm going to like get all the feeding and that done, and also fix the roof on that. So that is the whiskey factory. Now I went in. That was the very last one I did. I can't believe that, but that's like that. But it is. So yeah, beautiful. First time I've used the Colossus, and very, very nice. I don't think this will have this on it. So we need to do this, and it should have the horses to do it, definitely. Yeah, this is another thing that's not finished. Again, although isn't this new modelling? Didn't I do this? Not this one. I have got a new modelling, and that's in my other mod. Yeah, it will be soon, definitely. Yeah, I've actually got one. That basically, so as I don't ruin my mods in my mod folder, sometimes when I remember, I actually do them in a separate folder, which I sort of call like my single test mod folder. It isn't just single, but yeah, it's I do it in that. So let's have a look. Mod grass. Yeah, we couldn't call it what the grass field could be. So load. Yeah, no, we do want to do it with this. So really, there's no point in starting this because it is courseplay. We do want it on first, and we'll do that next time. So right, that is it. I'm going to leave it there. Animals. Yeah, so obviously we knew about them giving birth. Yeah, they're going up as well. So that is amazing. Milk, 862, buffalo milk. Now, we could probably afford a few more. I think it was we did it on purpose. Yeah, I'd like to see the herd grow a little, even if it only means we've got little tiny bits. What have we got in the bionic as well? What have we got? Yeah, that's true. Is it going green yet? No, it's going yellow. So... yeah, the buffalo mozzarella, I'm not in... it really isn't very good, buffalo mozzarella, so I really do need to, like, sort that out. You can see, though, the long grain rice, we've got such a lot. I think that's going to see us, even with the super, all the way through this particular year. But, yeah, the corn, obviously, we've got very little left at all. Yeah, we have. It's not going to last very long at all, is it? So this year, I think we did well in doing what we did. When this is a proper Let's Play, when we do come back, I am going to fully develop the land that we've got. Let's just go on that and sort of show you what I mean. Yeah, I was sort of looking at this in editing when I was, farmland. We own all of that. Now, there's an awful lot. Now, obviously, there's the lake that takes up a lot of room. There's quite a sizable small field there. There's definitely quite a large field, maybe quite long, and there's an awful lot of area there. I can't, let's just click out for a minute, because there's also roads going through. That's the road through. So really, this bit here, that is quite a big area. Now, again, I don't know about the contours of the land, but I don't think they were terrible. So there's an awful lot of forest we need to chop if we're going to do that, and I do think it's probably not bad. And there's also the field there that I sort of looked at last time. But I suppose the other thing is about, like, buying a patch just above us. It is $1 million, though. So I think we ought to develop ours a bit more before we, like, think about... I mean, again, this is a map where you can see that really you do need to... oh, actually, what are the little fields? You see, they're not too terrible, are they? Opposite us, they're just standard fields. But we've sort of got that size. That's what I'm saying. I know we've got to work for it, but that's the equivalent to one of those. That, although it's a weird shape, that also is quite a large field, and that is not a snippet of a field. So I mean, there is, and then even this field, this is a small field, but you could do something like potatoes. If I can click on it, this bit here that we were going to do for the cows, like when we're going to move them, this is a fairly hefty piece of land. So I mean, that's a bit too tiny, I think. Well, actually, there's bushes and trees and all, but I mean, there is a lot of tree work to do, admittedly. But with the lumberjack mod, it's not going to take long to do that into wood chips, and it is going to be an asset that's going to be worth... I can't remember on this map what the prices of wood chips are, because some are really rubbish and some are not bad. No, that is standard. That's, yeah, it'd be 1,000 for 1,000 if it was on normal economy. We're obviously half of that for that. So yeah, it's not going to be terrible for wood chips. So again, not a bad little sort of earner. So I mean, we've done well. We've obviously bought the lorry and the thing, and we've still got 318,456. We've got no weeds, so that's quite a nice thing. Obviously, we know we sacrificed the roller, so again, it could be if we was going to with something like this. Now, that is a point. I think, if I remember rightly, I think I've actually put. There's a couple of rollers that are like. Yeah, there's a beautiful brand. We've got one of our own as well, the BI 12 meter. That's not terribly expensive. You could get a couple of those, the 12-meter ones, and that's not bad. 27,000 for a 12-meter. I think if you got 3 of those, or there's well, no, that's about the same as ours, isn't it? Really? Yeah. By Hobby. This one I've always found, although it's beautiful, it's got to be in the sales for you to buy. It's just so expensive. I do like this one by BC Bueller, but it really, again, is only marginally. It is a heavy beast. I mean, I do like it. If I hadn't made one myself, I probably would go for that. I've got to be totally truthful. This was the one I saw that's a bit smaller, but the Rolmaco. This dropped yesterday, and I thought I was going to. I've tried the Osdoken. Oh, I didn't realise that was 9.5. I thought it was 8 point something. That's brilliant, but it's got a bit of a fault, and I don't think it's been fixed yet, but I hope it has, because I really do like that. You just need multiple ones of them, and obviously the brand's beautiful, and it is a monster, and I think better value than that, as well as being bigger. Although it's a bit willful too. So yeah, I think all things considered, we could probably buy 2 or 3 of those. Horsepower is only 120, so even the little 117 horsepower, in fact, even the John Deere 2 could just about manage it on a flattish field, and ours are not terribly flat. So again, I don't mind doing the rolling if you're going to hit it quickly and get it done quickly. I just don't want it to be like lasting session after session, because ain't nobody got time for that. As somebody else said, it is true. I'd sooner like sacrifice and just never roll. But if we're going to roll, I'd like to do it in a big way, but it's not taking forever, and that we, yeah. Oh, now so that's what we finished with. It was just a matter of it all settling down. So that's not bad. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and a bit. 1,000 litres of honey. So I would imagine that's going to be a daily thing, because we have got a shed load of bees. I mean, we've really gone massive on the bees when you look at how many hives we've got. And remember, each one of these is 4 big hives. It's not one single, even though it's a single thing. It's actually 4 big beehives. So that's 4, 8, 12, 16, 20 of the big ones. And my bees are Italian bees, which are the best bees in the world, although they're a little bit stingy. But they are the best for honey production, so they're slightly better than the normal ones in game. Now, that's the other thing is our the Saki that's dropped. Was it Saki that dropped? I think it was yeah, it was. It's got the whites. No, it's, you can't tell until you look at it. Yeah, it is. Yeah, one of each actually. So 1 Saki, 1 corn. And is it worth? Let's have a look. So we have also got the pig food as well. No, it's white. So it really has just suddenly dropped off the map. The vintage corn whiskey, again, we haven't got enough of it. It's in yellow, and the corn whiskey is white too. So it did drop straight away. So it's not value less, but it's not. Yeah, we can't. I don't want to sell it at a huge loss like that when patience will really win for us. We have got a bit of a pot of money to tide us over. We've got a lot of equipment. We've got a sprayer. I mean, I know we've been ploughing every time, so we don't really need to. But what I mean is, sometimes it goes wrong, and you can't really rely on that. So yeah, but we can at the minute. Right, but that's where I'm going to leave it. Yeah, so we may well put this on hold. Do we just like call it now? And like, this is not a bad place to sort of stop. We're just sort of facing the new year. We've like planted, got everything ready. So I think this is probably not a bad place for me to suspend this, but I am truthfully going to come back. Yeah, we are. I might well do this as my next American map after I've finished Oak City. So I need to like be concentrating on Oak City. Maypole, obviously, and again I'm going to suspend, but I'm going to finish the year off at it's not my brain. It's Hill. I know it is Lady Hill. Yes, at Lady Hill. I'm going to
again, go through to the end of the year, and then we're suspending that one. I'm going to go back to it so that I can crack on with Maple as promised to Marty, and then we'll go back to Lady Hill, which I do love. I mean, I love Maple as well. I love Cavalier Wood. It's one of my top 3 map makers, so yeah, I would have gone on it anyway, but obviously I got commitments until Marty reminded me in a nice way that you know, like, well, I'd like you to do Maple, so that's what I've done. Yeah, because I did said that he could do that a long time ago, end of FS25. So yeah, all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey, and I'm going to say goodbye for now.